I want some action, which also sounds wrong. I just want to be doing something physical with that also sounds. Hey there, every person watching YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ajay. I'm an Indian doctor in the UK. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. I love you to the stars and back. So the channel hit 75,000 subscribers quite recently. So I realized I haven't done a Q&A in some time. So I thought I'll do it now. I put up a story on my Instagram saying it's 75,000 subscribers Q&A time. Ask me anything. And basically there was this one thing that is not to ask me questions like, what's the cutoff for NEET this year and things like that. Because I get a lot of messages and emails from people asking what's the cutoff for NEET this year, what's the cutoff for this college this year, is this a good college and all that. Guys, I'm not a career counselor. I have not much clue. When I got into medicine, it was in 2013 and the cutoffs and the rules were entirely different. So I haven't updated myself because I didn't need to update myself. Like I said, I'm not a career counselor, nor am I interested in guiding people like that. So please stop asking that questions. The info that you might get from me is gonna be absolutely useless because I'm not updated. But even then I get a lot of questions from people like this. So that was the only criteria, not to ask me questions like that. But however, this is the internet, so we've got people asking questions about that as well. People like Dr. Gahan Joyce, who's a friend, is asking, what's the cutoff for NEET this year, Anna? Please let me know, need your blessings. And no, you don't, you're already a doctor. Dr. Ashish K is a classmate of mine from BMC, and he says, what's the cutoff for NEET this year? And this question from Kiran Mochari again says, when is NEET cut off? Not sure he understands what NEET means, but it's not a, I don't know how to answer this question, Kiran. I'm sorry, buddy. But let's look at other questions and I'll try to answer them as honestly as I can. Aditi Kulkarni 95 asks, what are you planning to specialize in? It's a good question. Aditi is a good friend of mine. So I'm not entirely sure yet because I still have to work 1 year here in the UK, equivalent of foundation year 2, because internship here in UK is 2 years after medical school, and because I've already done 1 year of internship and also worked for quite some time after that. But training wise, I have done 1 year of internship after medical school, so I technically still have to do close to a year of internship sort of a thing here. It won't be an internship. I can just work and get my competencies signed by my consultant. So basically I have to work for at least 3 to 6 months to be able to get into training or post-graduation training. So when I work for that time and I'm working there, I hope to get more idea about what I really like. But I'm passionate towards surgery or general practice. Medicine I'm not very inclined towards. If I get into medicine, I might do something like gastroenterology. I don't like most of the subjects, but surgical fields I'm really interested in, orthopedics, general surgery, onco surgery and things like that. So I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, I might go into surgery, but it's a long course of training, of work and all that. It's going to be a bit more hectic. So let's see, if I feel lazy, I might just get into general practice. I also like general practice because you get to see all different kinds of patients. So it's something that I like, but surgery is going to be like so much hands-on work. That's something that I really love. That's something that keeps me in the zone, lets me enter flow state, which I'm a big fan of. So I might go into surgery, who knows. To answer your question, Aditi, right now I'm not entirely sure, but maybe surgical subjects, maybe general practice, maybe gastroenterology if I get into medicine. Let's see. Priyanka Goal asks, what is your current designation? It's unemployed. Because currently I'm not working. I came here for an exam, I cleared the exam. I'll give you guys a complete update once I have a few things figured out. I'm waiting for a few things, and once I get that figured out, once I'm sure of where I am, what my current standing is and all that, I'll give you guys an entire update of why I moved to the UK, what am I doing here, am I working, what am I doing, all that. I'll make an entire video about that, so stay tuned. Probably in a few weeks, I'm gonna make an entire video about that, so yeah. Myself, Arjit Chatterjee asks, your girlfriend. Is that a question? No. If you know who my girlfriend is, please tell her hi, and please tell her I've been waiting for her because I have not seen her at all. So yeah, if you have any info about her, please let me know. Nisha Jaiswal 102 asks, can below average student go for medicine? Definitely. I think medicine, it's hard to get into because you need to be smart and you need to work hard to get into. So if you're someone who can get into medicine, you can certainly do medicine if you're passionate about it. You don't need to be like a very smart or like extremely talented or anything like that. You just need to be very hardworking, because hard work beats talent in a lot of places, and more specifically in medical school, because there is a lot of hard work involved. I've seen really brilliant students who are not interested in medicine not do well because they're not ready to work hard, because they're not passionate about it. So if you're passionate about it, yeah, certainly you can do really well in medicine. Freaking Soul 98 asks, are you for PLAB in UK? If yes, please guide us regarding the same. Thanks in advance. Yes, I came to the UK for my PLAB 2. I've cleared it. Like I said, I'll give you an entire update video very soon where I'll explain everything. So yeah, a couple of weeks, I guess. Banu Prakash 5422 asks, when are you going to marry? Like even my mom is not very concerned about this. Why is Banu Prakash here concerned about when I'm going to marry? But not anytime soon. Name is Gokul Raj asks, Chennai dosa or Bangalore dosa? Bangalore dosa any time of the year, any time of the day. If you have not had dosa from CTR in Bangalore, dose, masal dose, benne masal dose, butter masal dose from CTR in Bangalore. If you live in Bangalore, if you haven't had it, you're doing yourself a big disservice. So please go there and eat. If you're ever visiting Bangalore, if you're not a Bangalorean, if you're visiting Bangalore, please go to CTR in Malleshwaram and eat from there. Amazing food. Vanshita NP99 asks, detailed video on PLAB 1 for MBBS pass out, steps on how and when to apply and register. You know what, me and Kiran Mojaria, or should I say Kiran Mojaria and I, or Kiran Mojaria and me, just grammar nerds, if there's anyone out there, please correct me. So Kiran Mojaria and I, we are planning to make an entire Skillshare course on moving to the UK. So how to apply, when to apply, how to apply for jobs, how to, like study for the exams. And once you come here, what are the steps, everything, like the entire thing. So we're planning something on that. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll do that once I, have some proper footing here, like, start working or something like that. So let's see. Aquadoc_OM asks, why did you choose to go to UK rather than stay in India or go to any other countries? Well, the main reason I moved to UK is because of the amazing work-life balance. But like I said, I'll speak about all of it, the reason why I moved, everything in detail, because I can't like say one or two things, not give the entire picture, because yeah, that wouldn't be right. So I'll make an entire video about it where I describe everything in detail. So yeah, I guess I've just been, like asking people to wait for the next video, which is not cool. Another guy, GST7255 asks, what's the NEET cutoff? He. Hope that made you happy. Chaitanya_3108 asks, how is London treating you, doc? London is wonderful. It's an amazing city. There's something new happening every day, so you kind of never get bored. Like I literally, like in the evenings, I just go out and I just walk the streets and looking at all the buildings, all the amazing architecture out there. It's one of the most wonderful cities. There's something happening every day. You never get bored. As one of the quotes says, if a man is ever bored of London, he is bored of life. Something like that. I'm not sure who said it, but yeah, it is a wonderful city. It's amazing. It's really expensive, like really expensive, but yeah, it's worth it. It's an amazing city. Kavya_Santaji asks, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? By the way, love your videos. I like the fact that, people are inclusive nowadays. Like she asked like whether I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. The answer is I certainly don't have a boyfriend, and the answer also is I don't have a girlfriend, at least right now. Yeah. My tryst with weight loss. Interesting ID, interesting handle name. Would you ever consider shifting to YouTube full-time? No, and I hope I don't need to consider to, shift to YouTube full-time, because I like it, but it's not my main passion. My main passion is medicine. It's what keeps the fire burning inside, That's not YouTube, and that's probably never going to be YouTube. I like making these videos. They're fun sort of to make, but it's not going to be medicine fun. I love being in the hospital. Nothing drives me like being in the hospital and doing things. So the answer would be no. Raj Namrata asks, how did you get into Oxford University applying for certain exams? No, I did not get into Oxford University. I just had a day trip to Oxford. And I think why people are confused about this is because I put up a story on Instagram saying, look ma, I got into Oxford, with a picture of the Sage Business School in Oxford. And I think people thought that I got into Oxford. I haven't gotten into Oxford, nor am I planning to. So yeah, I didn't get in. Balaram Marala, I hope I pronounced that right. He asked, what is your academic update for the things? I think a lot of questions are around this point. The academic update is that I moved to the UK for my PLAB 2, the Professional and Linguistics Assessment Board Part 2 exam. Part 1 I wrote it in Mumbai back in 2020 March. I was supposed to take the exam in July 2020, but then the whole world came to a stop and the exam got postponed, and I took it an entire year later in July 2021. I cleared it, and yeah, now I'm waiting for a few things to happen. I'll give you an entire update, like I said, in a couple of weeks. Jug_nan04 asks, can you talk a bit about space medicine residency or fellowship? To be very honest, I'm not very knowledgeable about space medicine because I haven't, researched much about it. But I know that you have to do internal medicine and then do a fellowship in space medicine. You can't do a residency in space medicine. But the right person to ask about this would be Dr. Rohin Francis of Midlife Crisis, who is, like I previously said, my favorite medical YouTuber. He subtly flexes when he says that space medicine is where one of his degrees are in. So he's a guy literally with a degree in space medicine. So if you can find a way to contact him and talk to him, I think he would be the best person to help you out with that. Kiran Mojaya asks, would you rather fight a horse or a baboon? Well, I hope I don't have to make that choice or I have to fight any animals. But if I had to fight, I think I would choose a baboon, because I think the mechanics of it would be more similar to fighting a human, which I kind of might have an idea about by watching a lot of Jackie Chan movies. You watch movies and you learn from them, don't you? So yeah, I think I would choose a baboon if I had to choose. Kiran Mochari again says, will you stay in the UK forever? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I'm open to living everywhere in the world. Like, what I've realized after coming here is that there's no perfect place. There's no place that has everything. Every place has its pros and cons. Being in India has its amazing pros and cons, and also cons. Being here in the UK has its pros and cons. And I'm sure if I move to some other place, it will have its pros and cons. So it's all about what makes that place better than other places for you. Will I stay in the UK forever? I don't know, but at least for the time being, for my training, I hope to continue in the UK and finish my training here. But will I stay here after the training? I don't really know. Kiran Mojai again. Do you ever get pressure from your family to get married? No, not yet. But I hope I don't get, at least till I finish my training. But you'll never know. But till now, no. And yeah, Kiran recently got married. So he had a very long ceremony. I think 3-4 different ceremonies for an entire month. It was amazing to see all the pictures. Kiran, congrats on getting married, and hope to meet you soon again. There are a few more questions from the YouTube community section where I asked people to ask me questions for this Q&A. So let's look at those as well. Ishan Patil asks, what do you do when you don't feel like doing anything? It's basically a rut. So yeah, that's a good question. So what I do when I don't feel like doing anything is go out for a walk. I've realized that nothing clears up your mind like going out for a walk, and there's a lot of scientific evidence that also says that, like when nothing's working out, when your brain's not processing things and you need time to think, time to process, going out for a walk is like one of the best things that you can do, because not only are you getting exercise, you're getting fresh air, but I don't know, some sort of mechanism allows you to think better, it clears up your mind. I read an article about how Charles Darwin used to walk every day around his house in a huge circle, which is still preserved today. If you go to Charles Darwin's place here in England, you can still see the path where he walked. And apparently a lot of his thinking and a lot of his scientific discoveries came up during this period of walking. So if you guys are not into the habit of walking, I highly recommend that you walk for at least 10 to 20 minutes every day. It's kind of meditative, it clears up your mind, it makes you feel nice, and I don't see a reason why people shouldn't go for a walk. So yeah, do that. So Neeraj Kumar Kalita asks, after MBBS, can I do 3 foundation years in UK right after graduating MBBS and then come back and give NEET PG in India? No, you can't, because to give NEET PG in India, you need to have registration with one of the medical councils in India. And if you do your foundation years in the UK, so basically foundation years are the internship equivalents in the UK. So basically, instead of doing internship in India, you come to the UK and do your internship here. You can't expect to go back to India and do your NEET PG, and I don't think anyone who would do that, like come here and do the foundation years, would go back and do NEET PG in India, because that doesn't seem very sensical thing to do. But people might want to go back and do it, but you can't do it because you won't be registered with any medical councils back in India. And also there are only 2 foundation years in the UK. The 3rd foundation year is like an unofficial year that people take a break from their training to do locum jobs, like short-term jobs or like single day shifts or something like that, so that they can make more money. All these locum jobs pay a lot more money than full-time jobs. So people take a year off to do these locum jobs at different hospitals so they can make a lot of money, travel the world and do cool things in that 1 year. So yeah, there are only 2 foundation years, and no, you can't do foundation years in the UK and then go to India and do NEET PG. You can't do that. Steve Austin asks, do you cringe on your old content or are you happy with it? Really, like the amount of cringe that I get from watching my old content is a lot. Let's just say it's a lot. But the thing is, you have to start somewhere to learn. I can't like start being a good YouTuber, because if you wait till you are a good YouTuber, it's not going to happen, because unless you start, you're not going to learn. You learn by doing things, and I'm still learning every day, like how to set up the camera better, what settings to use and all that. I want to learn and make myself better so I can make better videos. But the thing is, I have to make mistakes to learn. So I make a lot of mistakes. Like sometimes there's a lot of glare on my glasses. Sometimes the lighting isn't perfect. Sometimes there's some noise from somewhere. Like there's a fridge in the background. You might be hearing that now. I hope you're not, but you might be hearing that now. So I'm learning every day, and that's how it works. Thatgata Sarkar 11E asks, what would you have been if not a doctor? I would have been a physicist, because I really loved physics. I still really love physics. I don't like biology that much. I really love physics as a subject. But the thing is, as a doctor, I get to run around and do physical things every day, like, treat patients, examine patients, and talk to people and all that. So as a work, nothing is better than being a doctor, at least according to me. That's my passion. For you, it might be different. But to study, theory-wise, subject-wise, I loved physics. So if I didn't get into medicine, I would have been a physicist, or I would have been an automobile engineer or a mechanical engineer and build stuff, because it involves actually doing stuff with your hands. It sounds a bit wrong, but I want some action, which also sounds wrong. I just want to be doing something physical with that also sounds wrong. But you get the point. I want to do some work that involves actually doing things, like skills that you can learn and build up, not mental skills, physical skills that you do stuff and learn. So yeah, one of these things. Singta Haridas asks, how are you, doctor? Well, thanks for that. I thought no one would ask. I'm good. Thanks. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.